Everyone inside Stamford Bridge. What? Lost card coming out, and it had to be red. Just trying to unsettle the goalkeeper. His kick goes in, and it's turned in.
Well, expulsão, isso cartões amarelos. E a promoção da Nacional Liga, não se expulso. Na próxima jornada, e ter
Nearly put in Molina. What's behind Messi?
You ever heard of bad time travel?
Mm. It's coming. Hello, good sir.
Oh, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Just give me a second. Before we get everything kicked off, you there?
Yo. Here we go.
Okay, good. You got your headset on?
It has its on. It's at 100%.
All right.
iPad at 100%.
Okay, perfect. Before we get this started, I'm
Yo.
Bigly.
For cookie cheese.
Oh, damn you. Stop doing that. Return one.
Return -1.
Return is invalid syntax, cannot be used, must use another command.
Return is a system keyword, thus it's valid.
Shut up, computer
Zero,
scientist.
return -1.
Shut up, computer scientist. I hate
Brain
you.
it.
What?
Brain, shut up.
Never. I will
Brain
never.
never. Brain it never.
We haven't done this in a long time. What was the last recording we did?
Who knows?
Oh, I think that was back in March, right? God, it's been a
Probably.
stretch. Well, this is what happens when you go to school.
That's very true. But I have survived, so.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, well, well. Welcome back, everybody. This is World Cup 2026 reaction. So, I kicked this off by doing a pseudo, basically run of the mill, where I just hit record on Zoom and did some reactions. And then after this was during group play, and after that, I saw potential with this. So I scheduled a recording. And during the group play, I did one more full by myself. And I realized not only does this have potential, let's get my buddy involved. So Justin is here today. And soon enough, he and I will be going back to corporate gaslighting and our other favorite, sports talk will be coming back soon. But if you also want to hear us slant on UEFA soccer, I might be launching that in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. Anyway, first things first. This was probably one of the best World Cups I think I've watched and followed in years. And you and I have been following this probably since the very early 2000s. First things first, so the audience can gain an understanding. Which World Cup did you start watching as a kid?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't even remember.
Were you watching in
Probably,
were you watching in 98 or 2002?
possibly. Then again, I was in high school, so
You
maybe,
would have
maybe
paid
not.
attention in high school. You would have
Maybe.
probably paid attention in high school if it became an interest. I watched on and off in high school. My first fully followed one was actually 2006. That was 2 years after high school. That's when we had the debuts of two of the people we will actually be discussing tonight, the GOAT debate. And yes,
Ah,
we're going to settle the
yes,
GOAT debate
sweetie.
tonight. If everyone
Yes,
remembers, Justin is a little older than me,
I'm a
but
little older. Yes,
GOAT
I am.
number two, who unfortunately left us in the quarterfinal round, which is Cristiano Ronaldo, is actually the same age as me. We were both born in 1985. So
Yeah,
while it was definitely a new record for any,
I'm older than both of them.
shut up. Except hip except I'm gonna say one thing for not necessarily an analysis perspective, but just for the fuck of it. We don't typically see athletes play an offensive position in this sport until all the way into their late 30s, be it 41
This is
years
true.
old. In the last
Very true.
generation of players that played. The latest you would see somebody was the latest
35.
position you would no, actually, the oldest position in the last generation, Gen X, who just retired, was actually Gianluigi Buffon, who was the goalkeeper for the Italian national team that won in
Mm,
2006. And
mm.
he retired from the sport fully at 45. He retired from the
Oh,
national team at
okay.
about 40. Goalkeepers are usually the ones that can actually last the
Fair
longest.
enough. Fair enough.
Sometimes the defensive backfield can, like for example, the right back, the left back, or the two center backs, but it really depends on how they take care of themselves. For two attacking players of this magnitude to make it to 41 and 39, not only was that impressive, but they just literally set a new record.
Yeah, they did. It's unreal.
I mean, some of the storylines, especially in the round of 32, you had the oldest goalkeeper who just turned my age 40, Vozinha from Cape
Oh,
Verde.
yes.
That was,
Oh, man, that
and
was good. That good
the,
shit.
you
That
had
was
to see
good
what they were
shit.
doing on LinkedIn with this. Like everyone took his whole story and ran, trying to tell people like you and me, especially me who's at 40 and everyone under 40s in their 30s. Oh, 40 is still young. You're still a kid. Thanks, corporate gaslighters. We know 40 is, quote, young in your mind, but when you and I get back to gaslighting, I'm bringing this back up because this is a trending topic, but it needs to be, it
It
needs
needs
to
to be
be,
handled.
it needs to be handled. So I'm going to handle it first here and then second at corporate gaslighting. 40 isn't young, 40 is middle age. Now, does
Yeah.
40 mean I still have 20 to 25 additional years where I could still make money? Sure, but
Yes.
let's be realistic. In corporate, unless you're climbing the ladder, fuck you.
Ladder? What ladder?
The
Does it even exist?
I don't know. You tell me. Did you ever climb the corporate ladder? I mean, this is all anyone ever talks about
To
on
me,
LinkedIn.
I mean, in my world, was there even a ladder to climb?
Well, I mean, in your world, which is basically, hi, I'm a software engineer. I'll make all your software products for you.
No, no. I'm talking before that one. I'm just being general here. Like from 2008 forward, was there really a corporate ladder to climb?
Not unless you knew the right people.
Even if you knew the right people in 2008, everyone got devastated.
Yeah, they probably did X, Y, and Z. So to kick this off, we're going to start with the round of 32 matchups. Okay, first things first. I sort of did a script, but then I just decided, you know what? Fuck it. I think this, because this is not only reactions, let's react to the games. Let's start
Hmm.
with the debacle that was Germany and Paraguay. And I'm not talking about the penalty kicks, which Germany historically used to have big, fucking, scary players. And we're talking
Number
about,
10,
oh,
covered his mouth. And the decision is red card. Again, the decision is red card.
you know what the saddest part was? I just watched the
There's a
whole
song
video.
on about that.
I know because in the past, our generation, Gen
Yeah.
X, who had good players like Oliver Kahn, Michael Ballack, they had these big
Yeah.
frigging scary players going all the way back to baby boomers with now commentator on ESPN Jurgen Klinsmann. They've had other people who were scary and good like Lothar Matthäus. This
Hmm.
is this is a German team in this World Cup that literally had no one that could step up.
Agreed.
Watching that entire game was painful.
It
And
was sad.
I liked the manager because he's our age, but it's going to end right there because honestly, in the last 2 years, Germany has had a little problem that not too many people want to discuss, but they think all of a sudden Jurgen Klopp is going to fix. This is the national
Yeah.
team. You have to start at the bottom with the national team. You can't fix the top if
No,
you
you
don't
can't.
start at the bottom.
No,
So
you
if
can't.
the youth system, as all the pundits have been saying, but this is even noted just looking at the senior team now. If the senior team basically has players who only give a crap about their Instagram views, how's that going to
Mhm.
be a team?
It can't be. Absolutely cannot be.
You had the two defenders who are in our generation, Ta and Rudiger, that didn't want to take penalty kicks. Harvitz didn't want to take penalty kicks. Nagelsmann, who's our age, and I like the guy, is not a
Oh
motivator.
man.
Is not a motivator. And this decline
No.
started in 2018 when Germany couldn't get out of group play with their manager Low, who won in 2014 with everyone in our generation. And that was an
Yeah.
epic generation. Now,
Mhm.
before I end on the Germany Paraguay game, congratulations to Paraguay because you guys actually beat Germany in an area that they used to notoriously beat everybody
Penalty
in.
kicks. Yeah.
You know what was really, really, really sad?
What?
40-year-old Manuel Neuer, the goalie, who's our generation, seeing him lose, that was just heartbreaking. I felt bad for the guy.
Yeah.
You do not want to go out in your last World Cup like that, especially when you were begged to come out of retirement because they had no goalies.
That too.
Him, I felt bad for, but
Boy, there's a lot of these heartbreaks in this World Cup.
Neuer, we have loved you not just on my show, but over your whole career, and you've been the best. Good luck in retirement, good sir. Now, I don't need to discuss France Sweden because unfortunately France went all the way to the quarterfinals and then just
so
played
we
the
can skip
third
them.
place game, and France is actually a high powered scoring machine. The
Yeah.
only issue is in the England match, which we just watched
That was
yesterday.
ridiculously stupid. Like, how can you go down 4-0? Like it's nothing.
Because it was admitted during the week nobody wanted to play the third place game in
Yeah,
the first
that's
place.
true, but
It started with their manager who's been there for 13 years basically saying none of my star players want to play. And the funniest part is I like this guy, okay? But
fair
when you
enough.
admitted that, we all know who's coming in to follow you, which is your legendary friend Zinedine Zidane, who's going to be following you, and we don't know how he will do on the national level. I still think you should not have said no one wants to play. I can't get anyone to play this game to the media. The media was having a field day with that shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It made for a bunch of good
nice to
sound
see
bites.
Dictator Mbappe and
Dude, yo,
Kane.
you were going
Man, that was
savage with
great.
those Dictator Mbappe
Seriously.
videos.
But I'm sorry, but that shit is this peak entertainment.
It's peak, but for our audience's purposes, since you're here with me, Dictator Mbappe was starting during the club season. This was during Real Madrid, where the reference is when he played for PSG, he basically controlled the team, and supposedly the joke is had transfers going in and out, and if people didn't want to play with him, he had a say in it.
Yeah, right.
Which we get it.
Good joke.
Listen, Killian, you're a very talented, good player, but the team does not revolve around you.
And it definitely showed. It definitely showed.
Now wait till his new manager at Real Madrid basically tells him to shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, because it's been going around. Like people know, like Mbappe has a problem, like a legitimate problem.
We know he has a problem. He won the World Cup in 2018 at
Yes.
18 years old, which gave him an
Yeah.
ego. And then PSG overpaid him for many years, but they gave
Oh,
him
yeah.
a little too much say where he didn't need to because there were a lot of good coaches that came in and out during that time.
Yeah.
I mean, do I
I'm
even have?
sorry.
I know
It's
it was peak.
it's just funny. But
Now,
it's not just Mbappe. The
oh, it's
way the internet just took the whole World Cup and animated it, man, that shit is speak. Partner is back on task.
yeah. So our next two matches were not really all that memorable,
Saudi
but
Arabia and Canada.
Canada lost. Portugal beat Croatia 2-1, which was really sad to see
The
Luka Modric
Netherlands
go
went
home.
out.
Spain won. United States actually beat Bosnia, and
Now
this was the
that
one
was
that you and I were basically agreeing on was bullshit. This is where the wah
yeah,
popped up again.
absolute BS. Like, AKA, I can't say it on air, but it's just not cool. But
No, because the Bosnia coach and the players were crying the whole time over
and they're
why
and
the US won that game. US won that game because we outplayed you.
not only they outplayed them, they were a man down and they increased their lead. Like, how do you lose to a 10-man squad and get your lead increased? And on top of that, your coach gets yellowed for being a toddler. Explain that
Yep.
one to me. And then, but that red card was BS too. That's complete BS. And I also do not like the aftermath of that either. But
Oh,
that
don't
too
worry,
was
because we had
BS.
a second Wah in the round of 32 who went on to beat the United States
Oh
and did
yeah.
more Wah, but also did the Trump dance.
Oh, that was funny, but not funny at the same time. But Belgium, I love you, but this is a perfect example of being sore winners.
Yeah, you didn't need to do the Trump dance, even though I think we were all basically thrilled
We,
to see it who didn't vote for the fat ass. I just said fat
man,
ass on the internet. I hope I don't get censored for that. I probably will.
I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's just too much.
It's too much.
That all of it's too much. But that's international football for you.
Oh yeah, Brazil and Norway were the next two matches. And before we discuss Brazil, because this wasn't all Carlo Ancelotti. I will be really honest. Part of this is they beat Japan, and Japan at least always ends up crashing out in the round of 32. So
Yeah.
we'll get to the game against Norway, who you liked with Holland in a minute.
Oh, Holland. Yeah. That's good stuff.
Mexico and Argentina both advanced. Egypt, Switzerland, and Colombia all advanced. So the
Yeah.
one note I want to make out of all of this was Vozinha. Vozinha, I liked that story, especially for Cape Verde,
Cabo
and it was
Verde.
nice to see them get
Yeah.
out of group. It was sad to
That
see
was
him.
nice.
It was sad to
Yeah.
see him go that soon, but that's just how it is.
I mean, they
Egypt,
played
our third and
fantastic.
final WA, is going to be waiting at
Oh,
least two rounds.
like, let's save Egypt for a second.
Yes. Now,
Yeah. Was a round
France
of
basically avenged Germany and beat Paraguay because France is just
yeah.
that
Well,
good. One
don't wait and don't for
of
and
the three quote
wait and don't forget this about the whole senator situation.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ah,
Paraguay's
yes.
senator made a racially insensitive comment.
And my papa was great. He addressed it perfectly.
Well, because he has
And
to do this in Spain. a lot, might
You
I
mean,
add.
yeah, okay, but what, we're honest, he responded really well with poise, and my goodness, that senator just went nuclear.
She did wah.
Oh man, she was threatening this. He he's got threatening him to sue him in open court for violence against women, and I'm like, are you kidding me? What did he do to you other than call out your racism?
Apparently you're not allowed to call out her racism in a country like Paraguay, which at one point historically, like Argentina, harbored Nazis after World War
Well,
II.
we know that. Yeah, that's true. But still, but in
But
a nice twist,
remember in
but
South
in a
America, they
twist.
don't think they're racist.
Well,
Just like
yeah,
Dominicans
I
don't
mean,
think they're of African origin.
yeah. Well, I can think of many other places the same way. But hey, at least the rest of the Senate and the Assembly condemned and censored her, and apparently everyone else in the world did too. So I guess that's okay. That's, I guess, resolved. Um, but moving on.
Three cum teams lost next.
Oh yes,
Canada. Sorry, the acronym
yep,
was just funny the way you said it. No, we're not actually talking about that cum people. It was an acronym for the host
Canada,
countries.
United States, and Mexico.
Mexico. Canada lost to Morocco, who went at least one more round over to the quarters.
Yeah, that
But,
wasn't that was kind of a not a
you
cool
know,
game.
for the cum nations to make it into the round of 16, I think is an
That's pretty
accomplishment and something to
accomplishment. Yeah,
build on.
yeah,
Now,
especially as host nations.
my the game I've been waiting the game I've been waiting till this final day to finally discuss.
Hmm.
GOAT number one, my age, losing to Spain with Portugal. First off, and this one, I don't
That
blame
hurt.
Figo for coming out in Ronaldo's defense. You look at Portugal today, and the big story of that whole
Yeah,
game was actually the midfield trio who basically play really well for their clubs, but for whatever reason, which has been
yeah,
Ronaldo's
they
heel in every World Cup that he's played of the six. His first one was understandable because when he was 18 years old, like
who
Lamine
knows?
Yamal, Ronaldo was playing with basically Luis Figo, Pauleta, and today's kids' entire generation of
Yeah,
fathers at that point. So
yeah,
Ronaldo didn't have to actually carry Portugal at that point because Figo, Pauleta, Deco, and
yeah,
those
they were
guys
there. Yeah,
were basically the mentors carrying Portugal at that time.
yeah,
Now, what Portugal needs to understand, and we say this very nicely
they need
on
to
my
integrate better.
broadcast. Why don't you all shut up? You guys went 70 years literally with no qualifications. Only one guy played about 100 something games. That was Figo. Only two men had more assists for the whole team and goals for the whole team. Ronaldo goes on to play 233 matches with probably 60 something goals for the national team. Basically has to now carry the team after all the legends, when we were kids who were older than
Yeah,
us and Gen X started to retire. He's been
yeah.
carrying Portugal and they don't play
Oh
for him.
wow, exactly.
And Figo
It's
coming
so
out to
sad.
say that today's kids are not supporting Ronaldo. Ronaldo has earned the ability to criticize people with how long
Agreed.
he's been playing. So
Agreed.
the way for Joao Neves, uh, Bruno Fernandez, and who the hell is the other one? Vitinha. Let's see what you guys do in the next World Cup without Ronaldo
Seriously, guys.
because Ronaldo basically just exposed how one-dimensional you guys were in this tournament and how
Yep.
you guys do not play as a team. And
Yep.
Neves, I did a LinkedIn post about this. Kid, keep your mouth shut. Ronaldo is legendary. You're basically just the
Yes.
complement player.
Yeah. Ronaldo's great. He's great. He's definitely number two in my book.
I would put him at 1.5.
Fuck is 1.5? We can't have a half a person.
Okay, fine. 2. But he should
Damn.
be number 1. Despite the fact that he hasn't won a World
Nah.
Cup, it says something about his career when you've been able to get your country to qualify for 6 World Cups straight.
Fair. Yeah, fair. I can
And then you
take
had a
that.
legendary club career where you basically did what Messi couldn't do. I
Yeah.
like Messi, but Messi spent from 2005 or 2006 to 2021 in one place, which was the Spanish league. Then he went to
Which
France
is
for 2 years. Then he came here to America.
okay.
During that
What's wrong with
time,
that?
it's not because Ronaldo proved consistency over playing in Portugal, England. He played 2 years in Portugal, 4 years in England, nine years in Spain, 1 extra year to 2 extra years in England. Then he goes to the Saudi League. He also plays 2 years in Italy. So he consistently went into different leagues and was duplicating numbers that, he was and added better numbers each year.
Okay, so he went around a little bit more.
Messi, I like him, stayed in one league for all or most of his career. The year he won the
Okay,
World Cup, he was in France. I'm gonna
fair
touch on
enough.
that in a moment, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when players typically go to PSG, there's a little history behind this. When Ronaldinho went to PSG in 2002, he ended up winning a World Cup with Brazil
Okay,
that year. Messi's World Cup victory came in 2022 when he was at PSG.
okay.
In other words, the French league, for whatever reason, produces better form for when you're in a World Cup tournament. Not necessarily true of everyone, but just
Mm,
kind of as a,
I mean, France is a factory. I mean, let's
yeah.
be honest.
United States lost to Belgium, but the fact that the United States even made it to round of 16, I think, is worth
Yeah,
noting.
and let me just want to say something about that. The United States did very well, and the reason why the United States lost is obviously one reason is the whole red card situation, but also I think they were just a little bit beat up because Bosnia just were just bulldozing like crazy. Yet no cards were being tossed around.
No,
So I think that's part of it. I think the United States were just banged up a bit.
Brazil, I'm going to touch on this one the best that I can. I don't think you blame the coach Ancelotti. I don't think you blame the manager Ancelotti for this because
No,
the
I don't.
one or two things he did wrong or did right. The big mistake was, I think, bringing Neymar not at 100%, but
Agreed.
you have to play two different systems. If you're not going to play Neymar, then you're playing Vinny Jr. and Vinny Jr. is
Right.
just as capable of being as good as Neymar. But if you
Mm-hmm.
decided to play Neymar, which you should have for more of the game, then
Yeah.
you would have at least had whatchamacallit. But unfortunately, here's the criticism with Neymar. When you said Neymar should be in the GOAT debate, you're looking at Neymar when he was much younger, 2014 in Brazil, when
Fair
he was
enough.
at least a little
Yeah.
more healthy. What you don't
Yeah, that's
realize is
true.
once he left Barcelona with Messi, he had a
Mm-hmm.
few good years in him when he was playing in France, but then starting by 2020, 2021, 2022, the kid could not stay healthy. And it's not his fault. It's just, I
True.
think
Fair
the
enough.
body, the style of play that he
Yeah.
was used to, which is the Yogo Bonita,
Mm-hmm.
has limits.
Yeah, fair enough.
This look at Ronaldo 9 when we were kids. He played the
Yeah.
same flashy street way, and you
Mm-hmm.
can do that, but once
Yeah.
you have a major injury, you're done.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I concede that. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Neymar is like I guess you can say he isn't
He
not
needs complement players
he needs
around him.
compliment players, yeah.
When he
Yeah,
was
so
when he was
needs
actually
he
playing
needs to
good,
be bumped
he
down a
had
bit.
Messi and he had Leo Messi and he had Luis Suarez to play off of.
Yeah,
That's
that's
when he
true.
was good. When he had to go be the bull for the team and he didn't have the complement players, that's where he got
Yeah,
exposed.
that's true. Fair enough. Yeah, so I'll concede that. So yeah, Neymar, he can't really be part of the conversation. Well, he is very good though. I mean, no doubt
For
about it.
our generation, the only thing I would say is him and Kaká could not actually get Brazil much further than when Kaká was much younger. When Kaká was playing with the
Agreed.
legends, that's when
Agreed.
Brazil was at their peak. Brazil was good
Agreed.
with those players.
Agreed.
But even those players had their limits. I remember watching in 2006, they Brazil was, let me say this. Brazil was fortunate when they hosted because that covered up some of the flaws of the team, but Brazil
Hmm.
was able to last all the way to the final four at home. But you can
Yeah.
see in other tournaments when they're not at home, they weren't
When
having
at
the
home,
luck.
they have a little tougher time. That's true. I
Now,
did see that.
yeah, England and Mexico. Mexico had a good showing, but England just
Very good.
wanted it more.
England just wanted it more. That's what it came down to.
Argentina beating Egypt, the last of the WA discussion.
This is so crazy. I mean, I think this is the greatest win of the tournament in my book. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Oh man, I mean, just and it's crazy. I mean, I get why Egypt was upset in the final, what, 45 minutes?
Yeah, if that.
No, yeah, okay, so like, yeah, with that, with stoppage time, it's about 45 minutes. Um, I understand because, yeah, I mean, you just lost. And you lost bigly in such a short period of time. But let's be very honest with you. Number one, this is the World Cup. Minor jersey tugging is not going to produce a foul, let alone a card. Two, what was the second one? Oh yeah, the second one, yeah, that was obviously a foul on Argentina. You know, the Egyptian
Do I need to
player
start on the do we
definitely.
need to start a separate segment on the refs because the refs have been nauseating this whole tournament.
We can talk about the refs at the end. Um, so foul number two. Well, yes, the Egyptian player definitely fouled an Argentinian player. And yes, the goal was called disallowed and called back. Yes, that was correct. Number three, the foul that Egypt thought happened. No, it never happened. It's just beautiful defensive football, and the guy just fell down. And if there was contact, it was minimal. So, yes, Egypt can cry all they want, but the decisions were correct. And yes, the whole X thing. Don't get me started on that. Sorry, but you can't just stop the game and call X when there's little or no evidence and you're about to lose the game. And the refs saw right through it and they said, no, F you, get a yellow. So that's my analysis on that.
Yeah, and that's a good analysis because honestly, they were like, "Why
Right.
racial abuse? Why racial abuse?"
I mean, and here's the funny part. Um, the Egyptians, they showed a Palestinian flag, but as soon as the fans raised the Israeli flag, It's a big Y. And I'm like,
Yeah, I
well, I'm
don't ask
sorry.
me to try to explain that one.
There's nothing to explain. What is there to explain? They're just throwing up flags. But if you're Egypt and you're not a fan and your staff and you're displaying that, get real. Don't go where when fans go against that flag with the flag of their own.
There's a lot of political problems
We
going on in
know,
the world that
we know,
we don't always want to bring to these recordings,
we
but
don't. But this is one of those um
environments where
rare
people don't want to
times.
be reminded of what's going on in the
No,
world.
they don't want to be reminded, and this is why I limit it to just flag versus flag.
Yeah, understandable.
Yes.
Because my buddy up in Massachusetts just said to me today he's going to skip watching the ceremony at the end of the trophy being presented because he doesn't want to look at Big Tubby's face.
Well, that's his problem. It's such a nice ceremony.
Well, it's nice when you get to work for the government when you can when you can come from such a place of privilege and make those statements.
Wonderful. Now moving on.
Moving on. Colombia was the last game, and they lost to
Share your screen.
Switzerland.
Okay, you just killed your screen. Go back to your screen. Yeah.
So Colombia beat Ghana. Colombia beat Switzerland.
Oh yeah, Columbia beat Switzerland.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Colombia lost to Switzerland. So now
Oh yeah, that's right.
we're
That's right.
coming
My
to
bad.
the
Quarterfinals.
oh yeah, one game we forgot from the round of 16. Portugal, Spain. I was basically
That
beat up.
was
I was sad for Ronaldo because we didn't want to see
yeah.
him go out that way.
Yeah, that was sad to see him go. But at the same time, Spain looked pretty fucking good.
Yeah, but see, at least Lamine Yamal in Spain came up and comforted him because his team wouldn't
That's
do
true.
it. His team
Now
really,
that's sad, man.
oh yeah,
Like, but hey, you know what? That just tells you something about the sport because I don't know.
couple more things. Now we got Spain against Juan number 3 Belgium. Spain
Well,
outclassed Belgium.
oh yeah, that was so great. That made me so happy to get the Belgians knocked out after what they did to
You
United
love their
States.
chocolate and their goods and their women.
I not go there. You did.
Sorry. We love you, Belgium. It's just the football team,
You,
unfortunately, you
you
guys
guys
only had it in
just
you to beat the United States, and then Spain royally outclassed you.
yes, 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 yes,
We're glad you made it, all the way to the quarterfinals.
yes.
You deserve to be there, but losing to Spain, it was bound to happen. If you had
Yeah,
overcome Spain, you would have probably lost to England.
possibly. But that's another fantasy for another
Norway
time.
meeting their match against England. I like
Yeah, that
Norway.
was
I
good.
like
That was a
Erling
good game.
Haaland. I think Haaland is going to be a great future player. They
Yeah,
just came up
yes.
against a good England team at a bad time.
Agreed. Yeah, England was just good. No doubt about it. Norway did excellent too.
We knew Argentina was going to beat Switzerland, so there's no need to focus on that one.
Yeah, Argentina.
Now we come down to our last 4 games. Argentina,
Semifinals.
England, and then France.
What happened, dude?
Oh, I know what I need to do. Hold on.
What'd you
Give me a
do?
second. I didn't do anything. It's probably just the way this was set up. Who did France play?
Spain, I believe.
No.
No.
In
Wait, was it England, Spain? England, Spain, Argentina, and
Argentina played Switzerland. Norway played.
we're talking about semifinal. France played Spain. Did France play Spain? Yes, France played Spain. And England played Argentina. That's what it was.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Who did France play before in the semifinals?
Who did France play? Oh shit. You mean in the quarterfinals?
Yeah, the quarters.
Oh man. Throw up that sheet again, that should tell you. Who did France play? Who did France play?
Argentina played England. France played Spain. In the quarters, France beat Morocco. That's right.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh man, now that was a charged up. That was a charged game.
That was a charged up game. I mean, they did play in the Qatar Cup, the Qatar World Cup against each other, where France beat them there. But Morocco showed once again they're not a consistent deep threat to go in the tournament.
Morocco's an interesting team.
Oh, Morocco definitely has a lot of good players right now. They're in a good generation.
But I mean, the way they're able to source their teams, because technically, a lot of them are foreign born, but because they have Moroccan parents on either side, that's what qualifies them, and they can't.
That's interesting.
They can't get rid of the citizenship because, like Argentina, if you have their citizenship, you can't legally revoke it. So essentially, it's a permanent law.
I don't know if I would use Argentina for this example.
It's the same example. No,
I know, but everyone playing for Argentina was born in Argentina.
It doesn't matter.
I know, but I know the
I'm
rule
talking
you're
about
talking
the legal. I'm talking about citizenship itself. Like you can't renounce it. You can't revoke it. You can't. So it's a permanent lock, whether you're born there or not. Like Argentina, by blood. If it's by blood, you have it. So that gives Morocco interesting advantage, especially for if they're born in France, because let's be honest, I mean, France colonized a lot of Africa, so including Morocco.
There are examples of this where you take a Brazilian, like I'll give you a few examples. The Brazilian player Deco qualified to play for Portugal because he was a resident of Portugal. Diego Costa did that with Spain, where he would have been on Brazil, but unfortunately, he was living in Spain for up to 5 years playing in La Liga, so he qualified and decided to switch to Spain.
But
at one point, Messi was approached to play for Spain, but Messi famously rejected them because he wanted to play for Argentina.
Right, exactly. But that's a little bit different than what Morocco does, because Morocco just doesn't allow you to renounce.
Oh, and everyone's complaining in the United States about, like Jason Whitlock, about all the African imported players playing for the United States because there's no true American. I'm like, shut up, Whitlock. Shut up, Whitlock.
Let's look at France for a minute. France is practically African.
We know.
Let's be honest.
But Whitlock didn't want to go into that.
But let's be honest. But the thing in France is just a football factory. Like Spain. Spain's another football factory. So.
We know. So the semifinals were basically France and Spain, and then Argentina and England. The France and Spain was funny, especially when you're showing me the dictator and Mbappe.
That was funny as shit, man.
Ronaldo, I failed you.
Mbappe, yeah. But, well, Mbappe's idol is like Ronaldo. So
Oh yeah, of
it's
course.
it's
He idolized Ronaldo from a young age. Real Madrid was
yeah.
his dream club.
Real Madrid, yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's funny
yeah.
because this Spain team, everyone on the team who's good right now is FC Barcelona. And the one thing
It's
I said to you
Barca.
in
Yeah.
text that I wanted to touch on in this, the problem why Real Madrid doesn't have a player on the Spanish national team is because I think
They
the
saw some from Barca. Yeah.
there's been a decline
No?
in Spaniards playing for Real Madrid within the last 5 to 6 to 7 years, I think,
Wow.
since
Okay.
the team let the team developed Danny Carvajal, uh, Danny Carvajal, they Nacho and one other player. It was Sergio Ramos. When they all left, that was it for Madrid because now there's no more Spanish players, meaning everyone they're borrowing now who's good on Madrid, like Vinny Jr.,
Hmm.
Mbappe,
Yeah.
they're black. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
No,
that's just what Real
this
Madrid is right now.
yeah, they just buy players. They don't really grow them.
Real Madrid can grow
They
players.
can't,
They've
they
done
just
it
don't.
before, but they were
They
always a
just don't.
club who unfortunately has a bad habit of let's just buy everybody.
That just said that. They could, but they just like a corporation. Why grow when we can buy?
But that strategy doesn't always work.
And let's be honest, but then again, I mean, if you're Real Madrid, I mean, it's not too terrible when you get in France, because France is a freaking factory.
That
But
too.
but still, I mean, like your own people from your own country don't want to freaking play for your ass. I mean, then that just kind of sucks and just gives everything to Barca. And UK Frey.
Yep. And now, before we get to the final, the Argentina England game.
Ugh, that was wild.
Not only
The
was that
last
wild,
month,
did you see how bad the media went off on Tuchel?
yes,
The English media is literally no
brutal,
frigging joke, especially when it comes to the
brutal,
Premier League. They're brutal. We
absolute
complain about American
brutality.
media, but look who we get it from.
These the
BBC,
fifths.
Sky Sports, which are European publications, were going off on Tuchel. Look, he ran up
Dude,
against a good
man.
Argentina team. Even the
Dude,
most tactically sound, good manager was not stopping Argentina this tournament.
no, no, they can't. They couldn't. Not not when you have Messi. And by the way, um, after that 1-0 score by England, they completely let their foot off the gas. And that was the biggest error.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute biggest error.
And now our third place game, in which we basically just suggested it. Neither team really wanted to play this game.
Yeah, I know I really wanted to play, but it kind of got a little interesting at the
Oh, yeah,
end.
because they were all scoring because Mbappe
Yeah,
scored a goal toward the end. Then
couple of them,
Dembele
yeah.
scored, but like
Yeah, King.
Harry Kane and his teammates were
Belling,
just like knocking goals in. It's like, so why didn't you
yeah,
guys show up against Argentina?
that's just funny. Poor Mbappe, I
What
think they
about
both
Kane? Kane couldn't even
came
show up
to,
against Argentina. He shows up
yeah, poor
against France for a game that
Kane.
doesn't fucking matter.
I know, but they both, it's the first England thing since the ages of old. It's like, whatever. This is stupid. Let's have fun. Let's make this a friendly, you know?
And now our last game.
Ah,
Today
the
is
final. Man, that was a
Today's
good game.
0-0 game all the way to the 106th minute. And I'm going to be honest, even before
Whew.
we went down to 10 men,
Yeah,
Argentina and Spain were equal to go 0-0 the whole time. Everyone was just
absolutely.
Martinez was playing out of his mind.
Oh my goodness, Martinez. Man, I mean, just
Unani Simon even had an
he was
amazing
I mean, he was
performance.
amazing. I mean, and the only reason why Spade scored on him was just really just 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 that one magical moment, really. That's it. I mean, other than that, I mean, it's textbook saves. What was it? A dozen saves? I think it was like a dozen saves.
If
It
you've
was,
seen if I got to show you some of the Hamid cartoons from throughout the tournament, but honestly, Mbappe, we're happy that you were able to score 10 goals this whole tournament and
yeah.
bring your total up to
Was
now
it 22?
leader. Yeah,
That's like
22 since age
22.
18. It's
Yeah,
pretty impressive. I
yeah,
wonder what he's going to do in his 30s because now
yeah.
what's going to be interesting with Mbappe, he's achieved a lot for somebody very young.
He's
Now,
like what, 27?
yeah, I
Yeah,
wonder what's going to happen to him in his 30s, especially since now he has two coaching changes on two levels to deal with.
yeah, yep,
He's now playing with Jose Mourinho, who's going to be his new manager,
yep.
and now he gets France legend Zinedine Zidane, who's won three to four Champions League trophies at Real Madrid, but we
Hmm.
don't know how he's going to translate to the national team.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
my only worry with Zidane. I like Zidane, but the reality is it might be a little
We don't
better for
know.
him to be just doing player selection for France. But it's always funny how you have the legends, coaching their home countries when and where they can. Because do I think
I
he'll get
love it.
these kids motivated more than Deschamps did? I think Deschamps just got
Possibly.
stale, but Deschamps had a good 13-year run.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think sometimes it's just,
Deschamps
after
and the French,
after a decade, it's kind of like,
they
okay,
peaked in 2018, but
yeah,
Deschamps did better Deschamps, France's golden years were with our generation post
yeah,
Zidane. They had
yeah.
a good goalkeeper, they had at least a good midfield and strikers, and then they had Mbappe coming up. So Mbappe
Uh-huh.
was going to be, the start of the new generation. We'll see
Uh-huh.
how France does going forward.
Yeah.
The
France
Barca
is gonna
players,
be okay.
yeah, they'll be okay.
They'll be
Spain's going
all
to be
right.
okay too because
It's
they
gonna be
will now
great.
have two straight golden generations.
Oh man, that's gonna be crazy.
Now, there's something as we're coming to the end of this that I want to do a little
Oh wait,
kudos
hold
on.
on.
The
Let's
broadcast.
yeah, before we do it, let's flip this over to Argentina and how they played. And let's do a slight deep dive here because even though the score was 1-0 Spain, yeah, Spain won the World Cup and all these wonderful awards. Um, yes, they scored a goal. Excellent. Let's talk about how Argentina played. Once they were a man down, the goalie was somewhat injured. And let's just talk about how that went down. Because let's be honest, like the United States, when they were one man down, they didn't crack. They
No,
didn't
they did
really,
not.
no, they did very, very well. And and it is amazing to see that. And I think if people watch the game, they will realize that, you know what, Argentina arguably was the better team.
Argentina has a good talent pool coming through. I wonder
They
how they're
do.
going to do without Messi
Without Messi,
because
that is a good question. And here's something I want to address. How can you have a balanced game when 100% of the freaking cards went to one squad, and there's 0 on the other squad.
Oh
That's
yeah.
my only big concern. The red card, okay, fine. Shit happens, bad things happen. I mean, but when you're just booking the other team and other teams like squeaky clean when they're not, come on. But anyways, congratulations to Spain,
Spain, we're happy for you guys.
Argentina. You did excellent. Hold your heads high.
Hi.
You had an excellent tournament.
And
Um,
now for the light part of this. There is
yes.
one legendary soccer player from the millennials who went in and owned an entire studio of analysts. Who am I talking about?
Is it
I
is it
did a
Zlatan?
yes.
Is it Zlatan?
I have to
He's
show
funny.
this to you. I have to show
Zlatan's
this to
funny.
you because
He's a hot
I did a few posts on this and I
he's a
thought they were
hothead, but he's
hysterical.
funny as heck.
He's a hothead, but this is the only person who literally said to a 53-year-old American, Alexi Lawless, "You're not you're not good at what you do."
Wow. How about cry for you, Argentina? What is this shit?
Hold on. What did I just do? No. Oh, that's comments section. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it up in a second. Was
Oh,
this
is
the
that it?
post? Oh, here it is. Oh, that's because I left that part. Anyway, Zlatan doesn't need LinkedIn. Zlatan
He's
LinkedIn
LinkedIn.
gave Zlatan 748 impressions on a Friday. Zlatan doesn't need LinkedIn. LinkedIn needs Zlatan. The man walked into a Fox Sports studio with no content calendar, no headline rewrites, no engagement strategy, and became the most talked about person at the entire World Cup within a week just by being exactly himself, unapologetically. When asked where Alexi Lawless has gone, he responded with one word: "Who?" Question mark.
And who
The
is this
fact that
guy?
they brought this guy on for a World Cup
I
broadcast
love
onto
it.
Fox, I had to sit there and literally laugh at myself because he had a larger than life club career and national team
Yeah.
career, but especially the club moments when we were younger in the 2000s, he said some of the funniest shit that I can remember.
Zlatan's funny.
Barcelona doesn't need Zlatan doesn't need Barcelona. Barcelona needs Zlatan. The fact that this guy was just that boisterous and,
He's just like
drove an Italian sports car just to piss off his manager that year.
wow.
You cannot make this shit up. He just does funny things, but he was a goal scoring machine in his early days, and that followed him throughout his career. I thought the Fox News and ESPN broadcasts were both different and good, but
hmm
the Fox broadcast was better with Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Thierry Henry because they brought balance to the fact that nobody actually likes Alexi Lawless. The guy is just literally boring and annoying and shouldn't really be doing these broadcasts, but has a lot of friends in high places. Go figure.
Yeah.
That was
What
something
do
that
we know?
Ibrahimovic actually brought up. It's like, brother, how are you still doing this job? You suck.
So now the only thing left to do is watch in Spanish. That's my next gig.
Oh, yeah. So, if you want, so we've come to the end of our broadcast tonight. If you want to take on if you want to take on a once a month record for European leagues, let me know because that's what I will be doing. Whether you want to jump in and have some fun with it, and even watch Champions League. Which are the best teams. You could always start there, and then we could eventually work you back in like we did here when you're understanding of it enough. We'll discuss that. But we hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Sports Talk will be back soon. Next week, we'll be back with Corporate Gaslighting 101. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast.
See y'all.
All right, just give me one. Hold on. Where's the stop record?